guys, today we're taking a look at my horror movie collection, but this is gonna have to make multiple days because I have a whole bunch of them, and this is not my entire collection because these are the only ones I could find at the moment. But I gotta point out a couple things, and that is that I am not showing off the first Quiet Place in this video, and I don't have the first Conjuring movie or any of the others. Instead, I have Conjuring 2, but I have the first Conjuring on digital, so that's the reason why I don't have that one. But I'm going to be showing off my entire collection today. By the way, I only have one of the Hannibal Lecter movies, and that's The Silence of the Lambs. So, here we go. Quiet Place Part 2. Spine. Back. By the way, I'm also not showing off the Alien movies, too, so... the disc. The Silence of the Lambs. I also have the Blu-ray of this. I have a whole bunch of other ones too, which I'm not showing them all off. And the next one is possibly my favorite horror movie of all time. I think everybody else would probably agree with me on this. I have a 4K version of this. I have a couple Blu-ray copies and a couple DVD copies of this. I'm only showing off my main copy, and that's The Shining. Spine. Back. Yes, I have this one with the lenticular slipcover, and this is the full screen version of The Shining, so I also have this one on digital because I really liked it. I love this movie, that's the reason why I have it on digital. The Spine. Back. I had to swap out copies with the library version. Believe it or not, I did that with this movie because I love this movie a lot, and I love the artwork on the DVD and everything, so I swapped out the F1. So yeah, it could be they didn't know anything about it, but the other one was a better copy anyways, but I have multiple copies of that. So we have the original It miniseries. Spine. Back. The slipcover says standard full screen basically, but it's a widescreen DVD. That's one thing I realized. The Blu-ray isn't full screen, but the DVD's not. The DVD's in widescreen. Spine. Back. Yeah, it's in widescreen right there. Part 1's on side A and part 2's on side B. I realized I looked it up, and apparently there's a triple horror collection where it has this in it, and it's 2 discs instead of 1. So I wish I can get that, which I'm looking forward to getting it. But the thing is, though, I decided a while back that I'm not going to get that set, and I'm going to get the other set. There's like this set called the King of Horror Expanded Edition. It has this movie, but it's the same exact disc, the dual sides on it, so I don't know if I'm going to get that or not. We have The Exorcist, the extended version of the movie, the extended director's cut. Spine. Back. I am not going to show it off, but I have a bootleg copy of The Babadook, and I actually thought it was a lot creepier than this movie. Believe it or not, I thought it was scarier. Here's the cover. Spine. Back. Believe it or not, I wasn't really scared of The Exorcist. The disc. Now, here's one of the coolest releases, which I just found this, I'm pretty sure yesterday, which it's gonna blow your mind, which I threw in the pile, but it's gonna blow your mind. I found, give it a second, this slipcover. Okay, it's gonna blow your mind, but I found this at a thrift shop with a 2020 slipcover. I cannot even believe this. I found this yesterday at a thrift shop. It has the entire Freddy Collection. Give it a sec. I gotta take the slipcover off. I actually went online and I looked on Amazon. This goes for like $30. It's insane. Spine. The back. Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And Freddy vs. Jason. Which is kind of a cool thing that I found this. With a full 2020 slipcover. I still cannot believe that. Dawn of the Dead. I found this at my local library, and I bought it a while back. I was about to get rid of it, but I then kept it because I never seen this movie. Believe it or not, I've never seen this movie, and a lot of people said it was scary. So I'm gonna probably watch it sometime. It's a remake of the original. Here's the disc. Yeah, my name's on it. As I put my name on it a while back, but I'm planning on getting. I'm planning on I don't even think I'm gonna. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, that's a remake. The Walking Dead, the complete first season. I have only 2 seasons of this, and I like only the first 2. At least I like only the first 6 seasons. More like the first 4 seasons with like when it went up to the governor. I think that was the best season. I think that was the last season I liked. Otherwise, though, I've seen up to at least season 8, and then I stopped watching it. But here's the spine. Back. I swapped cases, and it's in a really crappy case, so give it a sec. Because its original case was damaged. So, let me put down my phone for a second. Okay. There's disc 1 and disc 2. Yeah, it's in a really crappy case. Sometimes it's hard opening and closing this thing. So, The Walking Dead, the complete second season. This is possibly my favorite season of The Walking Dead. I like season 2 because it was really interesting one. This is the one that kept me with the suspense and everything. I just love this season the most. It always stuck to me as my favorite season of The Walking Dead. I always like season 2. I only own the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead on DVD. I don't plan on getting any other seasons in the future, so here's the spine. Well, that's the spine. Here's the back. this season was very cool. Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3, and Disc 4. Now here's a set that's a really interesting one, which I love this set because it has 6 movies in it, which there's one movie in the set that I don't like at all, but here it is. Here's the Stephen King 6 film collection. I never actually seen Bag of Bones, but the one movie I hate in the set is Sleepwalkers. It's honestly the worst movie I've ever seen from Stephen King. It's terrible. Apt Pupil was pretty decent. A lot of people hated it, but it was underrated. Bag of Bones never seen. Christine was pretty good. Secret Window was pretty good. Sleepwalkers was awful. Stand By Me was really good. So, it's the spine, the back, a really cool set. Here's a guide for all the credits of each movie. We have the disc for Bag of Bones. We have a doubled up disc for Christine and Sleepwalkers. A doubled up disc for Apt Pupil and Secret Window. And Stand By Me. I mean, a lot of people hated both Apt Pupil and Stand By Me. Well, not Stand By Me, I mean Secret Window. But I actually really liked it. I liked both of them. Here's another set that, I mean, this Stephen King 6 film collection, only a couple of these are horror. Secret Window is kind of like a drama movie. I mean, it's known as horror, but I don't find it scary at all. Oh yeah, apparently I must have forgot to grab my Ring DVDs as well, because I have the 2 American Ring movies on DVD, and I think that the first one's good, but then the second one was bad. I liked the first Ring movie. I didn't find it scary or anything. I just found it really, really interesting and really good and everything. I mean, it gave me the shivers from the last scene of the movie, but the rest of the movie, it's not even that scary. But it's actually really good, though. The storyline's really well made, and for almost 2 hours, I mean, the opening started the movie all cringy and everything, and pretty dumb, but then it actually got really good by the end of the movie. I mean, otherwise though, The Ring, I watched the 2017 Rings, and it was awful. The Ring 2 was weird, but at least it had some moments. It had some impact. I have to agree that it had some impact. But otherwise though, here we have another set, which this one has almost all horror movies in it, but this is a movie and TV collection of the Stephen King movies. A couple of them are bad movies that were horrible, but here's Stephen King in the movie and TV collection, which has The Stand, The Langoliers, Golden Years, The Dead Zone, Pet Sematary, Silver Bullet, and Graveyard Shift. Graveyard Shift is one of those movies that got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was awful. It was so dumb. But I have to agree that the opening scene, I mean, at least with the rats all lining up and everything, they're all just like sitting there in a row, all like rabid. That image gave me the shivers and everything from it, but the rest of the movie was pretty much boring and stupid. I mean, it was kind of cool to actually see an older movie and everything like that, but yeah, other moments in that movie were pretty dumb. I mean, you can't find this with a slipcover anymore. I got this a couple years ago with a slipcover, and you can't even find it anymore, which is kind of cool because every time I see this in the stores, I don't find it with a slipcover. I just find it like this. So it's awesome that I found it with slipcover a long time ago. I saw this when it first came out at the store. It was 2018. Yeah, I'm pretty sure pretty sure I got it the same year it came out. If I'm not mistaken, I got it the same year it came out. I had some fun times with this. I watched almost all of the things in the case, except for Golden Years, and I'm pretty sure The Stand. Believe it or not, I'm not gonna sit there and watch like over a five, like pretty much a 6 hour long movie. I'm not gonna sit there and watch the entire 6 hour long movie. Well, the miniseries. I'm not gonna sit there and watch it. So of course, here's disc 1, disc 2, and then there's the Langoliers. Golden Years, disc 1, disc 2, The Dead Zone, Pet Cemetery, Silver Bullet, and Graveyard Shift. I looked online and apparently both The Dead Zone and Pet Cemetery, both collector's edition versions of this, and this is a reissue, obviously, because this has the same exact font as the 2019 version, so that's why I'm looking at the date right now and it says 2019. This is the anniversary release, the reissue. Yeah, 2019. This is the anniversary edition then, which is kind of cool. But the thing is, the other releases like Silver Bullet and Graveyard Shift, these are reissues from the original 90s DVDs, like DVDs that came out around like 99 and 2000. So they kind of the boring movie only releases, which, I mean, if you just want the movie and everything, it's good for that, but otherwise though, I actually really liked Silver Bullet, but I thought Graveyard Shift was pretty stupid. But here's the final movie that I'm going to be showing everybody, which is a really cool one, The Conjuring 2. Conjuring 2 is pretty good. It's the spine, the back. I actually really liked The Conjuring 2 better than the first movie. I just think that Conjuring 2 is a lot more creepier. I mean, the first Conjuring made me jump a couple times, but not as many times as the second one. I mean, the first one's more like a realistic story. The second one's kind of like kind of story, but it's just the characters are a lot scarier. Like the Crooked Man, I think that's one of the main details that made the second one scarier. And the Nun, Valak the Nun. I mean, the movie The Nun sucked and everything, but having Valak in The Conjuring 2 made it a lot better. I have to say that Valak in The Conjuring 2 definitely made the movie perfect. I mean, I honestly love the end of the movie for Conjuring 2. That's the main part about this movie that I love. Otherwise though, this is the first pile of movies I'm going to be showing off, because I have the first Quiet Place movie, I have a couple other horror movies like the Ring movies, I have the Alien movies, which I have the entire collection of the Alien movies, and I have Prometheus, and I'm missing Alien Covenant, but I don't give a fuck about that movie, because Alien Covenant was pretty bad. It was pretty stupid. Otherwise though, I just think though, which I don't, I used to have, I'm pretty sure I still have it, the original Friday the 13th unrated, but the thing is though, it's wicked scratched, and I was planning on getting the multi-packs of the Friday the 13th movies, but I'm kind of on yes and no kind of thing, but I'm going to be doing also other unboxing videos next month for like several different things. I'm planning on getting the extended version Hobbit trilogy on DVD. So, because I have them all as theatricals on Blu-ray, along with the Lord of the Rings, but I have all the extended versions of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I just need one last limited edition release, because I have the original extended box of The Return of the King, but I don't have the limited edition version. I have only the extended box set that came out a long time ago for The Return of the King, and I do not have them for the other two movies, but I have the theatrical Blu-rays for the Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and I'm looking to get the extended box sets of The Hobbit, so I'm going to be getting those next month. And one thing I realized is that they have an R rating on the Battle of the Five Armies extended version, but the others are PG-13. I mean, it did say for violence, but it's a battle, so I can't see why it would be PG-13 if it's a movie specifically about a battle. If so, then there was like that other movie, The Return of the King, where they throw the heads and everything. That would possibly make the movie an R rating, but what happens? Whatever, Warner Bros. Is all fucked up. They think, though, that the movies are more gruesome than ever, even though the other one was a lot more gruesome than that. Otherwise, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, get notified on the next videos.